Can humans and aliens be lookalikes? Hello everyone. Welcome to the Isle of Knowledge. The place where we discuss finance, economics, history, science, space exploration, and many more. It is highly likely that advanced civilizations exist somewhere in the universe. However, there seems to be little chance that anyone alive today will see them or even get in touch with them. These limitations, however, shouldn't prevent us from imagining what they might be like. So, that's what we're going to talk about today. What might aliens look like? Aliens, according to movies and television shows, may resemble humans, often with large bald heads, green skin, and enormous eyes. In fact, that is not entirely wrong either. Any animal with the ability to move will have a front and back end. Sensory organs, such as eyes, could very well evolve in the front of the body, because they are most useful there. A skull, and some sort of protective mechanisms, such as an exoskeleton, would be required by the body to protect the vital brain. Lifting the body up on the legs reduces friction with the ground, and legs are easier to coordinate if the left and right sides are symmetrical. It is reasonable to assume that if alien life forms are sentient, they also create and employ tools to interact with their surroundings. This necessitates the use of at least one limb to hold the object, and another to hold the tool. These aliens would require at least two more limbs to keep their hands free while moving. When you combine all of that, you get a humanoid shape with 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, and all of the other vital internal organs in a central torso. You may have noticed a pattern if you enjoy science fiction shows and films. Aliens frequently resemble humans. And when they don't resemble us, they appear to be familiar and disturbing things like insects, reptiles, or even squid. This might simply be a result of our limited imaginations, and perhaps the limited budgets of Hollywood creators. However, there are some compelling counter-arguments to that ideology. Let's have a look at some of them. Counter-argument 1. A biochemical foundation that is completely different from Earth's may not produce species that are similar to Earth's. Supporters of humanoid aliens argued that the evolutionary forces and rules that govern life on Earth must also govern life on other planets. Therefore, life on other planets should have characteristics similar to life on Earth. However, there is a flaw in that approach. Consider the incredible diversity of biotypes on Earth, which all evolved in the same planetary environment. It is therefore hard to believe that an alien species with a completely different biochemical foundation would just so happen to develop a warm-blooded species with 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, and 2 eyes. In contrast, alternatives might be available. For instance, a species like sentient octopuses, or a race descended from starfish, that walks on 2 legs, and has 3 others at its disposal to interact with the outside world, is likely to exist. As per some experts, even if we reran the tape of evolution here on Earth, life may end up looking different than it does now. Similarly, animals may require more legs to to maintain stability on a planet with higher gravity. Counter-argument 2. Although a reproductive system would be necessary, it might involve budding, seeding, fission, or egg-laying, instead of a living warm blood at birth. Sexual reproduction is not necessary, even for all life on Earth. Many invertebrates, including amoebas, yeast, and millimeter-long freshwater hydra, are capable of reproducing on their own. Therefore, having different genders, or even a reproductive system, is not necessary for the creation of offsprings. Third opposing argument. It is not necessary to have sensory organs of some sort, like eyes, ears, and smelling organs. However, their eyes would have evolved in response to the average spectrum of their own sun, not necessarily ours. On the other hand, aliens that float in the clouds of a gas giant may have eyes that can see gamma rays, allowing them to spot danger approaching from any direction. Counter-argument 4. There is no need for bilateral symmetry. Yes, it is even and looking good. But what's the point? When you can have something entirely different on the other side. Why have two sides that are identical? What about bipedal? We fall over with just one good push. Why would a race on another planet evolve with the same design flaw? They could have as many arms and legs as they wanted, or none at all. Why would a race from another world develop eyes, a nose, a tongue, and all the other complicated bits we have? There is no strong justification for that. Counter-argument 5. Life may not always be carbon-based. On Earth, all life is carbon-based. But that doesn't necessarily need to be the case elsewhere. If other world has a completely different chemical composition, their physical structures will be completely different. We would have evolved differently if we had occurred on a different planet, with different temperatures, topography, and flora and fauna. Based on the planet's chemistry, life forms could be silicon, or iron-based, or any combination of the two. Argument 6. It is possible that there won't be a physical form at all. It is possible that life evolved on other planets without a physical or fixed form. Perhaps they might exist as sentient clouds, or as dynamic bodies that can change to meet the needs of the moment. Perhaps they can travel through space, using stellar radiation as a food source. When your entire being resonates, who needs eyes or ears? If your consciousness is spread throughout, as our nerve endings are, why do you need a distinct brain? Why do you need skin, when your body is held together by electrostatic shock and mental control, and you can contract or expand at will? The diameter of the observable universe is estimated to be 93 billion light-years. To put things in perspective, the size of the Earth in the observable universe is roughly equivalent to the size of a virus in the solar system. Therefore, making models to understand aliens based on our limited experiences on Earth may not be a wise idea. Humans are not designed to live in space. If aliens come to Earth, it means they have made it through space, and have the technology to adapt to our atmosphere as well. Therefore, it is very likely that they won't resemble us at all. A true alien would be so alien to us that we would struggle to understand its existence. So, there's no reason to believe that aliens must be humanoid, carbon-based, or even alive, according to our norms. Since dark matter and energy make up 95% of the universe, that is most likely where the aliens exist. Therefore, most aliens may appear to be nothing, because they are invisible. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing, which means a lot to me. I love to see your thoughts in the comment section.